from an automotive segment is to be in the magnitude of around 25 to 30% year-on-year basis for next several years to come. With this bullish note, I would like to thank and conclude that you're going to have bright future as far as the engineering plastics application in automotive sector is concerned. Thank you. If you have any questions related to the automotive sector or global economy or the plastics application, I would love to answer. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Do you see slowdown in the Indian automotive sector from the demand perspective? And I've got several reasons for that. One is the crude oil has been strong, and that has an adverse impact on the prices of metal, polymers, all the commodities. Number two, the petrol price has been increasing, and the third, the interest rates going up. Now all these factors, when you put together, combine, there will be growth, but I see the slowdown in the growth over the next couple of years.
If you okay, if we take this year as the reference year, I agree with you partly because this year we are having interest rate hike, and all three issues which you have pointed out, all of them are happening together. So this year, as I said in my automobile, the banking sector lending slide, some consolidation has to happen. We've been growing in the range of 20-25% year-on-year basis. Here also we are likely to grow, but may not be in the range of 20 to 25%. Having said that, this at Indian front, we believe at Chinese front too the similar story is running. China has resorted to almost 6 interest rate revisions in the last 8-9 months period. And also they are trying to control the credit growth rate to the automobile industry, mainly because of inflationary issues. Officially, they declare inflation in the range of 4.5 to 5%, but when you speak to any of your business counterparts in China, they say that it is upwards of 10%. So, inflation in both the countries is an issue. To combat the inflation, central bankers are going to continuously resort to interest rate hikes, reducing the money supply. Commodity price hike, especially the fuel rise, definitely is going to eat away. But having said this, the automobile industry has a typical trend of catching up, in the sense what is happening today need not correlate to this year's performance. It may get correlated to last 2 years pent-up demand, they call it as. So we are still left with some sort of a pent-up demand as far as the automobile consumption in emerging markets are concerned, mainly because of robust performance in the per capita incomes in India and China in the last 4 to 5 years. So you will have some leftover effect of that, resulting into some stabilization. Though these all are negative factors which should ideally bring down to, let's say, 10% growth in automotive industry performance, because of this pent-up demand, it could end somewhere in between. Possibly in the range of 15 to 18% is what we are expecting for the Indian context.
That's a very aggressive and very optimistic forecast. I hope you're right. Thank you.
We are reading month-on-month numbers from the automobile producers. So far we have not got any indication saying that demand has been coming down drastically. Now, when you get to such a juncture, you could probably revise it downside. Yeah,
now a very short question, the 38 kg polypropylene per vehicle. Is it a global average?
Could you repeat your question? I could not hear.
You are mentioning the global or the average polypropylene share in a vehicle is 38 kg.
The share of polypropylene,
yes, per vehicle.
Is 35 to 40% at the global level on an average.
38 kg? That's what I found in your slides. Is it referring to a global average?
Yeah, I'm referring to global.
I mean, on the European side, the average is close to 70 kg.
70%.
70 kg.
17.
70 kg. In China, it's around 50-55. And these are two very big markets. So I wonder
You're
where it is
talking
so
about
low that
the
it is only
on an
30.
average engineering plastics application in the automobile or PP?
Very simple. The amount of polypropylene per vehicle, 38 kg.
I think what I said is 155 on an average is across the engineering plastics. What I said as 35 to 40% in terms of the engineering plastics overall demand, the share of polypropylene is close to 35 to 40%.
You used the figure 38 kg in your slide per vehicle.
38.
Yes, 38. I mean, I'm taking it from your slide.
In this it is there. This one? Okay. Okay. In light vehicles. Okay.
Again, Europe is 70 kg.
Okay.
China is 55.
Mm-hmm.
Japan is 70 to 75.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think US is just 5
Okay.
to make this average. So it appears very, very low. That's why I asked the question. What is it referring to? 38.
You, what is your opinion? Instead of 38, what is your number? I don't.
It's your presentation, so I cannot answer it.
Okay, I'll cross check on that if you have a difference of opinion on that average. Okay. Any other question?
I'm Nihar Swarup from SAI. I had one small question. When we are looking at growth in engineering polymers and high performance polymers and plastics, etc., especially in the automotive industry, are we just looking at internal consumption in terms of demand in India, or are we of automobiles in India, or are we also considering the trend towards India being used as a platform for exports of full, as an example, passenger cars from India to other parts of the world? Because if you do consider that, then certainly the potential for high performance polymers would grow significantly more than if we consider demand of or automobiles produced only for India consumption.
I have not given geography-wise the trends. Most of the numbers which I have spoken are at the global level. I take your point that India could emerge as a global automotive hub, in which case the consumption at Indian front, the average numbers could grow substantially. Is that the point which you are?
That's the point I'm trying to make. I think it's already
happening. I do agree with that view.
It started happening with even if you look at Mercedes S-Class, fine, the import content is still almost 100%, but I think give it 2 to 3 years or something of that sort till the regulatory clearances happen and so on and so forth. And Indian suppliers are able to supply components to the S-Class norms. You're going to find more and more high-end cars already coming into the country and being produced here.
Yeah,
and as you have high-end cars coming in, what's also going to be happening is you're going to be having high performance, high cost, niche products being used into the automotive industry. Yeah. Would you agree with my analysis on that?
Yeah, I do agree with that, but for that to happen immediately, we don't read the policy actions happening towards that. When we say policy action, to make yourself as a global automotive hub, you need to undertake a lot of policy initiatives at the government level, at least a couple of years before that what to happen. That is happening at a very slow pace. And also, in automobile, not only the availability of raw material, you have to look at the rubber aspect as well. India has been self-sufficient as far as the rubber consumption for its needs are concerned. If you are going to act like a global hub, the policy initiatives which you have to undertake to be able to bring that rubber material from Thailand or Malaysia or Indonesia, so that you can make full vehicle from India and then export or whichever format. That sort of initiatives are still not being undertaken at the pace at which they are designed. So I certainly believe that given the labor cost dynamics, given the track record of India improving itself in engineering aspect, definitely that is going to happen. We really don't know in terms of timing when it will happen. It could happen in the next 10 years, possibly. Next 5 years, I will have a couple of question marks on that. We see a lot of developments happening, especially at Chennai front, to emerge itself as a automotive hub. So I'm sure that will happen one day.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you. Thanks a lot for this patient hearing. Thank you.